Welcome everyone to our inaugural video of 3 Wide here on YouTube. I'm thankful you could join me and follow along as we have some exciting clips to share with you here on this first video. It is going to be a bunch of clips that I was able to capture at my coverage of the SRX race in Pensacola at Five Flag Speedway. I was fortunate enough to attend that race and obtain media passes, get some exciting footage from inside the track from things such as driver intros, in-race action, as well as Helio Castroneves' exciting post-race celebration where he was just going all over the track. One of the big things about this race was it was a hot day at Pensacola. Probably one of the hottest days that I've been out and about most of the day in, and you could tell it was wearing on the drivers throughout the race. So that was one big obstacle they had to face. It was unfortunate I wasn't able to get any post-race interviews or talk with any drivers after the race, but it was definitely a learning experience to take with me for any future events I may be fortunate enough to attend. And if you're new to this channel, new to 3 Wide, this is a weekly podcast that we put out. You can follow the podcast on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Stitcher, as well as now Amazon Music. So wherever you listen to your podcast from, be sure to go to them, search for the number 3 Wide, and hit that subscribe button for our weekly podcast uploads. And y'all enjoy these clips, and be sure to stick around for the end as I give some important information for the future of this channel and this show. Guys, made it all the way out to Pensacola after a little traffic delay. Got out here later than I wanted to, but I have made it and enjoying the sights and sounds. Already got to run into a few drivers. Helio Castroneves, saw Ernie Francis Jr., Greg Biffle, so a lot already going on early. So y'all stay posted, and I'm so excited about this. Never before been in a situation like this, so it's going to be very exciting. Hope to bring a lot of good stuff to you.
From Brazil, the number 06, Helio Castroneves. Number 6, he is a two-time Daytona 500 champion from Owensboro, Kentucky. Number 15. Inside row number 6, former Cup Series champion and NASCAR Hall of Famer from Corpus Christi, Texas, number 18, Bobby Labonte. Starting 10th outside row number 5, he is a 7-time Trans Am Series champion from Davie, Florida. Number 5, Ernie Francis Jr. Starting 9th, inside row number 5, a 19-time Cup Series winner from Vancouver, Washington, the number 69, Greg Biffle. Starting 8th, outside row number 4, the 3-time NASCAR Cup Series champion from Columbus, Indiana, the number 14, Tony Stewart. Starting 7th, inside row number 4, the 2-time Daytona 500 champion and former NASCAR Cup Series champion from Jacksonville, Georgia. Starting 6th, outside row number 3, the 2-time winner in the IndyCar Series from Nazareth, Indiana, the number 98, Marco Andretti. and Daytona 500 champion from South Bend, Indiana, number 39, Ryan Newman. Starting fourth outside row number 2, the 2014 Indianapolis 500 champion from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Ryan Hunter Ray. Starting third, inside row number 2, the 2013 Indy 500 champion from Brazil, the number 6, Tony Kana. Starting second outside of the front row, he is a former Jet Car World Series champion from Ontario, Canada. Number 3, Paul Tracy. And on the pole, for heat race number 1, he is a 4-time Blizzard Series champion from Sonoya, Georgia. The number 26, Bubba
Oh yeah, no, she's just probably a field race.
I wouldn't mind being the, of course he's got the smallest camera in the world.
That's awesome.
But I wouldn't mind being the dude that just holds like a light.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. Papa legitimate.
You heard it. This is the first of 6 short track Saturday nights. It's time to get the action started, so we're going to go trackside where we find 2 of the founders of this series, George Hine and Sandy Montag. Gentlemen, take it away.
Drivers, start your engines.
car seemed to be having some trouble there at the end. He was really off the pace, so I don't expect him to stay up there long. And then after this 12-minute heat, we'll get ready for the main 75 lap event here directly.
What a shot. Up the fancy left, down the fancy goes. What a neat program for him as a great big interview on Speedway Speedway. We just
I was thinking about you all the time. So how many laps? 5? I gotta get that right. I wasn't cheering for you or anything.
A year ago to be right here in victory lane, illustrious career, 485 wins. What does this one mean to you?
This is fantastic. You know, what a great, thank you SRX. Everyone here, it just been absolutely amazing. Tony, thank you so much. Hawk and I had a bet. Winning the race, you will find me one race in NASCAR, right? Right, Rock? Right there, Hawk. He's right here with you. So, let me focus here. I want to thank so many people. Thank SRX for giving me this opportunity. My buddy.
Well, I hope everyone enjoyed those clips. Be sure before you get off of this page to hit that subscribe button, as we're going to be doing weekly uploads on this channel. You know, we're getting into silly season, we're getting into the playoffs, so there's going to be plenty to discuss about week in and week out. Things that we might not be able to discuss, have time to talk about on the podcast itself. So be sure to be checking in, week out, as who knows what will be covered. Also, before we sign off, there was a couple of shout outs and thanks that I want to give to two very important people to the show. First and foremost, thanks has to go to my wife, who has been 100% supportive of me and the production of this show. From the moment that I mentioned that, hey, I'm looking into starting this podcast, what do you think? She has been on board, helping me in just about every aspect of the show, from logo design, which you can see behind me. That is all her creation, as well as giving me excellent feedback after each and every episode, just doing whatever she can to help this show become what it can be and the best it can be. So I would not do this without her support. So without her, none of this would be going on right now, and I would not have been in the situations such as at Pensacola, you know, around all these drivers who I looked up to and watched growing up. So she is a huge part of the show, and as I said, it would not exist without her support. Second shout out has to go to the person who planted the seeds for this show, and that is a co-worker of mine, Adam Traylor, who had kind of gotten out of the sport as far as being a fan. He hadn't really been keeping up with it, but started getting back into it, started watching it again, and found out that I was a NASCAR fan, and we would talk hours at a time about the sport, you know, what's been going on, what's going on now, how the sport has changed. And just in all these discussions, you know, he says, hey, you should start a podcast. You seem to really enjoy talking about it, so why not? And he is, if he hadn't have pushed me like he has, I would have never brought it to my wife, and it would have never gotten off the ground. So, and he is a true entrepreneurial mind himself. I'm proud to have his company on my hat that I'm wearing here in this video, as well as I wore at the race in Pensacola, Hunt to Harvest, which I will put a link to their website in the description of this video. Hunt to Harvest, and you can get on his website and find the story of how this brand came to be, how he created this business. And it is a truly great story. And their main focus is on the harvest of the animal, not so much the trophy hunt aspect of it, as well as things, you know, providing food for your family with the harvest, hunting with your loved ones, spending time with loved ones while hunting, as well as giving thanks to the one who created all things big and small. You can get on their website and find 100% made in the USA shirts. They're comfortable shirts and tons of, you know, selection, designs, colors, all sorts of cool shirts they have on this website, as well as a wide selection of hats with all sorts of fits, materials. You know, they have the Richardson 112s, which are very popular. These are extremely comfortable hats, one of my favorite hats to wear. So there's nothing better than going to hunttoharvest.com. That is HUNTTOHARVEST.com. So, and again, I want to thank everyone for joining me on this video. Thank you to SRX and Five Flag Speedway for giving me the opportunity to go out there, learn this, you know, whole new world that I'm now a part of. And it was truly an amazing experience. I hope to do it many times in the future, but either way, it was truly memories made on that day, and I could not be any more thankful for it than I am. So be sure to hit that subscribe button. As I said, we're gonna have weekly uploads. There's gonna be plenty of content out there, and who knows, hopefully here in the near future, I'll be back at a racetrack getting some excellent footage to bring to you. And y'all stay safe and have a great rest of your week.